The draft is coming back here in October, so they're going to switch brands. The superstars that are from Raw over here will be going over to SmackDown, and then from SmackDown, vice versa. Oh, wait, it's already happened. Wild card. So why is there even a draft? Is there really any point or reason behind it? If there is, if actually they do stick strict to it going forward now that they're going over to Fox, I would like to give you my ideas as to which superstars would be best in which brand. And there's also it's not just going to be Raw and SmackDown. There's also going to be 205 Live. There's going to be NXT and I believe also UK. I'll have to go back and check it out, but 100% positive that Rowan sticks around with Danny O'Brien now that he's gone face. I want you guys to fill me in. Is this an official thing? Is this something that's actually going forward with Bryan? Is he going to go face? Because if it is, I would like Danny O'Brien staying over there to SmackDown so he can do and accomplish those goals that he still very much deserves. Rowan, you need to part away from him, man. Like if they've gone their own separate ways, which is like an assurance once you put him through the actual announcer table, let's bring him over to Raw. I mean, you can give him a title opportunity, not for the Universal title, obviously, because he hasn't gotten to that point, but at least go in there up against AJ Styles. I'm sure AJ, he'd love to bring it to him. I mean, the club, they'd be right there alongside with him. And no, we're not switching him over to SmackDown. We are keeping him right here on Raw with the rest of the club, the boys. Now that the boys are over here, you need to bring that when he does come back, once he's off his vacation, once he's done growing his hair back. Why'd you shave it? That looks terrible, man. Oh, I'm already missing those locks. So once he does get back into the ring, bring him over to Raw and have all four of them aligned right there with Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson and AJ Styles to unify the club. Dolph Ziggler, you done getting buried over there? I think I am, Hero Fakes. I think I need a fresh new start, and he does. Ziggler, dude, what has been going on, man? Like, he's getting opportunities. He's getting chances. It's not that he's not, but he's not accomplishing any goals on SmackDown. So what do? When you're in a situation, when you're in a rut, and you keep doing it over and over again to get the same outcome? I'll tell you what, you try something different. You go to a new brand. You go start fresh over here on Raw, and hopefully that works out for you. Hey, that man right there that's sitting right by you, EC3, Ethan Carter III. How about you, man? What have you been doing on Raw? Absolutely nothing, Hero Fakes, and I appreciate you picking me up because I am one of the best figures from Elite Series 70. You are, but you ain't doing nothing on Raw. So what? Let's do this. Let's put you on SmackDown. Let's put you in a feud right here with Aleister Black. Sammy, I see you all the way over here on the corner. And you know what? I'm getting overwhelmed with what you've been doing over here on SmackDown. Like, he's kind of stood out. I don't know if he's gone off script. I don't think it's off script. I'm pretty sure that everything that's coming out of his mouth, even when he blurred out AEW, it's all in the books, man. But you know what? Look, the contract, once it does come to an end, I don't think he'll renew it. If he does, it'll be most likely because they offered him a good chunk of change to keep taking the losses. But if you're going to keep taking the losses, at least go try your luck over here on Raw. Viking Raiders, you guys having fun over there? Hero Fakes, no, absolutely not. We're not even coming up against actual WWE talent. We're just burying the hometown heroes. Tag teams, man, like, I don't know what it is when it comes to, like, the whole tag team. It doesn't matter if it's Raw or SmackDown. The writers, they've never managed to find that itch and niche to make this division successful. So the Raiders, if they do come over here, hope they actually help out. Now, NXT, I don't have an NXT bin, but I do have some NXT superstars, starting off with your boy right here, Ciampa. Ciampa, do you want to try Raw or do you want to try Smack? I'm going to give you the option on this one, Ciampa. Hero Fakes, let's put me in the middle and see where it all plays out. I'm going to let go, and then wherever I let go, that's where you're going to end up at, all right? 1, 2, 3. Where you end up, oh, all right. If you don't want to make your decision, I'm going to make it for you. Raw is mainly devoted to big men. You're talking well over 300 pounds. He's not that. He's never been that, and it just didn't work out. So with that being said, we'll put you right there on SmackDown. Now, Dream, he ain't all that big either, but at least he's got height. Height is always well, and it's going to work against some of those guys that he's been running his mouth up against. Hero Fakes, who are you even talking about? I don't know. But you know who would be cool for him to go up against? This would be a dream that I would love to see. A dream match that needs to happen. Him against AJ Styles or against Rey Mysterio or Ricochet. I think that actually already happened in NXT, but there are several matches where he would fit right in there when it comes to Raw. Working our way back into the Raw bin to maneuver him to another brand, Bobby Lashley. Now, this might be far-fetched, and if you guys disagree with that, hey, look, I'm all good with it because, believe it or not, there's going to be superstars from Raw as well as SmackDown that are going to have to go back down to NXT to make that brand equivalent to what these twos are. Because it's no longer the developmental brand. It's now going in there up against one-on-one against AEW in the Wednesday Night Wars. And Lashley, check this out, all right? Here's my idea, the reason why Bobby Lashley would be good in NXT. He's a big dude. I mean, NXT doesn't have, they do got some big guys, but when you're talking about the muscle structure of what this guy still holds, check it out, man. He'd bring something different to the table. And knowing that Vince McMahon has got something to do now with NXT, yeah, he's now with the writing, which I know a lot of people don't disagree with that. Who do you think he'd bring down there? He'd bring down some muscle heads back down to NXT. So Lashley, you ain't either going in either on SmackDown or Raw. The one man that I'll always go back to when that first draft, well, not the first, but the previous draft, it's always Braun Strowman. I always pictured Braun Strowman as a good SmackDown candidate. It's just something that he needs to get away from all the other guys to stand out and kind of be that spot to where they were trying to get him at, because he has gotten that title opportunity. He's gone in there for the Universal Championship. He failed that. He's going up against right here versus Seth Rollins at Clash of Champions, and he will most likely fail that as well as lose those tag team titles. So now that with all that put aside and that being said, let's finally try Braun Strowman on SmackDown. I want to see that. One last team right here on Raw that I desperately, and when I say desperate, that's an understatement. I want them to get out of here as soon as possible. They were doing something so good in NXT. But when they were main roster, when they were called up, they just, oh man, it was all downhill. Maybe because they lost their GM, or they didn't lose him, he just didn't want to go and do the traveling that they were doing on the main roster. But Authors of Pain, you might as well go back to NXT. Look, I'm sorry. I ain't trying to do you guys wrong, but I'm also not trying to keep you on either of these brands and continue to fail, because both of you guys were very entertaining, very agile for their size. So how about this, man? You ain't going to the SmackDown again. You sure as heck ain't staying on Raw, but instead you're trying NXT for a change. For this next one, we are going to have to go down towards the bottom of the bin. Are we going to go into the Raw bin or SmackDown this time? We are going to go into the SmackDown, and you're not going to believe this. I'm still kind of curious if the guy's even part of the actual roster. Not Raw, not SmackDown. I'm just talking about, do you even still have a WWE contract, Rusev? He ain't injured. What's up, bro? Why don't we see you? Not only do we miss Rusev, but we also miss Lana, man. The Lana has got to be the one that's going to stand out. But you know what? We'll keep you. You know, if you're coming along, get out of here. We can't bring Rusev back down to Raw. No, we're not even bringing him to Raw. No, Rusev, what do you think? They're bringing Lashley over down to NXT. You want to give that a shot? Hero Fix, if you're going to give me an opportunity, I'll do it. I think that was the worst Rusev impression, but we're just going to give it a shot. We are going to test our waters right down there. Fox is going to need two big names on SmackDown. Once they switch over there, beginning of October, they're going to need a name that's going to draw in the WHF universe back on those chairs. Now, who are the two top people that always manage to do that, but yet are hated at the exact same time? Right here. Ronda, once you come back, once that finger gets all nice and dandy and everything's all good to go, we got to put you on SmackDown. We have to see what's going to happen, because we need some serious names to kind of carry that over there. And since we are in that same UFC talk, let's bring over Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar, you lost, man. You lost clear to Seth Rollins. You lost to him dirty. We get that. All right. King Slayer, Beast Slayer, you name it, he's doing it. So now Rollins, he's kind of been the main picture, the main guy over here on Raw as of right now, to this date, regardless of all the hate that he's getting from his fans. He's still over there doing it on Raw. But Lesnar, you need to come over here and on SmackDown, because he's no longer, he ain't what he used to be. And I want you to prove me wrong, because anytime you heard this theme song play, you know that the Beast, he was going to put down some damage. So you need to come over here to SmackDown and give it a shot. Give me your predictions. Give me your top candidates that you'd like to see to go over on Raw, or maybe even brought back down to SmackDown. That fight between AEW, because this is the beginning. This is the beginning of kind of the whole thing of the war Wars, man. It's gonna happen. I'm gonna love it. I know that most of the like wrestling, not just like WWE, you guys, but I'm talking about like wrestling fans, diehard people will tell you that the change, it's happening right now. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Be sure to hit the subscribe button if you're new to the channel, and we'll see you on the next one.